movie.
Hola, senors and senoritas. I am Civil20 with the next pay-per-view prediction for WWE. WWE TLC, and thank fuck we don't have Pika with us this time because he decided to be late. But we have, I believe, a very suitable replacement in the form of Mr. Robert Byrum. You've heard him in previous prediction videos. Introduce yourself, good sir.
Hello, people of YouTube. Glad to be on this video.
He is also... what is your YouTube channel?
Big Bad Boo Daddy.
Big Bad Boo Daddy, and also if you're on Dueling Network, you know him as Hanclags. But
Dun dun dun.
he... Hanclags, because he's so hot, he'll fuck you up. But, you have the matches in front of you. What is the first one on the card?
I think it's safe to say we don't really have to talk about the pre-show much, because, Divas.
Not only is it Divas, but it's a Santa's Little Helper.
I know, this is as close to fan service as WWE is allowed to go. Oh.
It's funny, because it's not really fan service at all. Most of them are ugly. Just saying.
Yeah. Either that, or like in Layla's case, she's too old to be dressing that way. But I mean, if you got the body, flaunt it.
Wait, how old is she?
Someone actually said that she's like 40.
Layla?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how exactly true that is, but if it is, then yeah, that's kind of wrong, and they should get her out of there.
If she is 40, damn, she don't look it.
I know. Hope I look at it. Well, no, never mind. I was going to say, 40 be like, wait a minute. I don't think I want boobs that big yet.
But you already do.
Oh.
Yes, we go there on this show. If you've heard anything of our previous shows, you know me and Pika will go at each other for anything. You have been warned. But by that same token, you can go up to me for anything you want. I don't care.
Like defense mode, go!
It flows both ways, motherfucker. Alright. Who are all the divas in the WWE now, anyway? We have Layla, we have Caitlyn, we have...
Alicia
Fox, Fart Girl, aka Natalia, Beth Phoenix. Oh, wait, no. They got rid of Beth Phoenix. Like, fuck Thomas.
Yeah. They're so bad.
Karma. Oh, wait. We don't have Karma either. Face
or
mom.
Maurice, or Michelle McCool, or any of the good divas that, existed at one point. I don't know, did they exist? They might be a figment of my imagination.
Probably are. They are a figment of days when WWE didn't suck. AKA before Punk's promo last year.
Did it?
So yeah, are we both in agreement Caitlyn's winning, or do you have a different idea?
As far as that goes, I think either one of two things is going to happen, and I'm leaning more towards my second one. The first thing I want to throw out there is that there might be a diva either returning or a new diva or some unknown thing that they're throwing in there, because this is what kind of boggles my mind is like how you mentioned Natalia. Well, she's not even listed on the match card. Like, literally all it is Caitlyn, Tamina, Rosa Mendez, Layla, and Alicia Fox. So if someone new or returning comes back and just appears and eliminates everyone, then that might be more of a liable thing to happen, because it seems like that's the numb to plum anymore. Like, Christian came back, won the Battle Royal, and beat Cody Rhodes for the Intercontinental title. And I think they're going back to the same well with this in that case, too, and hoping that, oh, hey, let's make the Divas division a little bit more interesting, which they're not. Like, as far as they need, as far as the actual thing, though, and this is my number 2, by the way, is that I do agree that Caitlyn will win, because she's got this spark that they need to actually go with and make the Divas division interesting, because I swear to God, the last matches she's been in on pay-per-views for the Divas titles, like, they were the most interesting Divas matches I've seen in like years. And that's even saying something for this company, since they don't know what the hell to do with their women. Maybe it's because of the fact that they're being run by a woman. Who knows? But yeah, take that, McMahon.
Oh, actually, you know what? Since we're talking about Linda McMahon in Connecticut, my prayers are with those people who were affected by that shooting in the elementary school. Thank God that person is dead.
And God bless all the family members that lost anyone in that tragedy.
Yep. But back to useless rambling on wrestling. We had our moment of silence.
Yeah. It was brief, but very powerful.
It was brief, but to your point about somebody new coming in to win this match, let's not repeat it, Gail Kim. She came in out of nowhere and won the women's title, and what happened to her? She faded away just as quick.
Mm-hmm.
That's like somebody who's actually...
that actually knows how to wrestle. Yep. unlike majority of the girls in that match.
Exactly. By the way, why isn't AJ in that match?
That's who I think might be the hidden person to appear, honestly. It might be a way to throw AJ in the title hunt. Because as lately, AJ's not been in any Divas matches or anything else, so it's just like, hey, you're in a number one contenders battle royal, have fun. Go
fuck shit up.
Yeah, exactly. Go fuck shit up and beat people. I mean, that could be their little window that they're going to throw AJ through. And if she wins it, awesome. Because when she wasn't WWE, when she was Indies, I actually seen that girl compete before, and she was interesting in Indies. If they would let her do the shit she could do when she was an indie wrestler, it'd be totally different than what she is right now. But that's for like a majority of the guys that they get in their roster.
Right.
Then again, you can't have CM Punk screaming "fuck you" every 5 seconds like he did when he was independent.
Right.
There's just that would just never fly.
Yeah, right.
Like his little promo when I can't even remember the independent circuit he was in, but when he straight up cussed out the dude sitting in the front row, he's like, "Knock me the fuck out! Knock me the fuck out! You said you're gonna knock me the fuck out. Where are you? Grow some balls." Ass bitch sitting next to you, grow some balls and hit me for you. Just knock me the fuck out. Which I'm sure he'd love to say that to some idiot sitting ringside, but that's besides the point.
Oh, I would love to see him say it. Just
throw
that out there. That would be awesome.
It would be like
that would be Attitude Era all over again.
Yeah, like the pipe bomb that got all this change and everything into the company right now. It would be another fucking pipe bomb.
Yeah, right.
It'd be like, holy fucking shit.
It would be the pipe bomb to end all pipe bombs.
Yeah. We're not going to the Attitude Era. We're going to an X-rated era.
ECW.
I will say fuck anytime I feel like it. And in that case, he just starts to yell like fuck, like nothing but like a 5-minute bleed.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. You have no idea.
Oh god, I would pay money for that.
I would buy every pay-per-view WWE ever does, even if I know it's gonna be shit. As long as CM Punk drops the F-bombs.
Yeah. Well, that's like when at WrestleMania these last couple years, whenever Austin showed up, he was dropping F-bombs, didn't even give a shit. It's just like, man, do you know who I am? I'm Stone Cold Steve Austin. I practically made this company the big millionaire it is.
Him or The Rock. I'm not sure which one made them more.
Both of them together.
Yeah. Austin started it, Rock finished it. That's the way I see it.
And Triple H somewhere in there helped them both too.
Well, he was the heel. He was the go-to heel. So.
Yeah, he was the evil. Like those guys were the heroes, and then Triple H.
If Austin's a hero, I would love to see a movie with like an anti-hero like him.
It's called The Expendables.
He was a villain in The Expendables, though. I know, he got killed.
It was a shame.
It was a shame.
I don't know. Jean-Claude Van Damme was a villain in The Expendables too, but
I never saw it, and I don't think I would want to see it.
nerd.
I heard it was shit.
It actually isn't that bad.
Well, then again, I only saw The Expendables 1 for Austin, so I'm not sure if I'm missing anything.
Well, The Rock is supposed to be in the third one.
Oh my god. He is no longer an action star to me.
I know.
I don't care what he's been doing recently. He was a fucking tooth fairy. Your argument is invalid.
I know, the Game Day Journey to the Mystical Island where he made his boobies bounce and he was a gay guy and Be Cool and all the other shit. I'm just like, Rock, what are you doing?
Yeah, right?
You are losing your man card very rapidly.
Some would argue he never had a man card. Just because of him playing a gay guy.
No, it takes balls to play a gay guy straight. I gotta give him props on that one.
That's true. It takes even bigger balls to play a convincing gay guy.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll give you that one.
I mean, shit, if the paycheck's high enough, fuck, I'd do it.
But you're not acting.
I know, that's... oh, shit.
How did we go from talking about divas to The Rock being in a tutu?
I have no
gay
idea.
guy. You know
We're just
what?
kind of like drifted.
Yeah,
I got Fast and Furious reference.
If you people think this is scripted, where the fuck have you been the last 2-3 years?
That's when they sit there and go, who writes this shit? Oh, wait.
Who writes this shit? Linda McMahon? Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, it's Freddie Prinze Jr.
Fuck! Yes, I'm done. So you're saying either AJ or Caitlyn. I'm going to say Caitlyn, although I'm hoping AJ does get involved, but she's feuding with Vicky, so if she does win, we know Vicky's going to screw her out of the title. So
exactly. That's why I think that it's going to be a prelude to something, because I don't see Layla getting it, because the whole feud with her and Eve is just dead. Like, it's not going anywhere. The feud with Caitlyn, however, has a lot of promise, and it's not really over, technically. And then you've got Rosa Mendez and Alicia Fox, who have no business being in a wrestling ring, period. Which, to all the Alicia Fox fans that might be listening to this, no. I'm just going to flat out say no. That girl, it might have had talent years ago that they never capitalized on, which happens to a lot of people or something, but it's really diminished over the years if it was ever there, because I've seen her botch so many matches. She's the female Kofi Kingston. And that respect, because
you're going to throw Kofi in this.
Oh, yeah. So immediately I've already pissed James off by saying that. I probably already pissed him off by being on this video, period.
No, he doesn't care. Well, not that he doesn't care about... We're probably going to piss Peak off more than him. James hasn't been in one of these videos in God knows how long. Because we do these so late at night. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's just like, it's too late for me. It's past my bedtime.
It's not even that, but that's an argument for another day.
Yeah. But
we already know you two don't like each other. Yeah.
But which is a shame, because I actually don't mind James too much, actually. I just have fun with him. It's kind of like
you have fun with all you guys.
It's kind of like he's the Black John Cena.
He's the black. What the hell?
I love to just keep saying he sucks and he can't wrestle and he's a dumbass and everything else, and then he just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna take the high road. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
Fair
okay, enough. You still suck, but all right. I'm gonna keep on keeping on, man. All right.
You hear me, nigga? We supposed to be cool. You're not supposed to be insulting the shit out of me, boy.
Don't make me go Rodney King on this bitch.
Don't make me get my fried chicken.
I will bust a watermelon upside your head, boy.
All right, enough. Before we piss off all the black fans. Next match.
We're not racist. We just enjoy humor.
Yeah. Just trust me, some of my best friends are black, so
Oh, I've got a lot of black friends too.
I know
so.
white people use that excuse all the time, but it's
Yeah.
true.
Or I have a black president. That's another one I hear a lot too.
Oh my god! You know what? As much
Black, I can
as
say
much
the N-word anytime I want. Go for it.
as much as I don't like Obama, I can see why that excuse would be used because Obama just wouldn't care.
Exactly. He would just be like, moving on.
He would just be like, okay, I already got your vote, and now I'm gonna fuck up your country.
Have a nice day. You gotta throw the have a nice day in there.
Yeah. Like, don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay.
But yeah, Alicia, terrible in the ring. And I just don't see her ever getting another shot at the Divas title ever again.
It's funny.
Tamina has a ton of promise because just who her dad is, and she was raised in this. So she's got the skills down pat. It's just, I know why, one of the reasons why she's not getting anywhere, and it's her looks. Like, I know there's some people out there that think she's hot as shit, but
that's the minority.
That's the minority, number one. And number two, it's the guys that are doing the booking, Vince McMahon, writers, everything else. They're just like, okay, well, we need a really super hot diva to throw out there that's appealing to everybody if we want to get her over. And Tamina's only hot to a select group of people, and that's where it falls. And that's the same problem that all wrestling has nowadays is, unless you're independent. Independent, you actually have a good chance. I mean, shit, look at me. If you don't have a look, if you don't have a look or any kind of appeal besides you're a damn good wrestler, you're not going to get anywhere. Because, I mean, with her, and that's the same case. She's got all the skills to carry her, no question, no doubt about it, but she doesn't have the appeal to make you want to watch her matches.
Right.
Which she can do a Superfly Splash. Oh my. That's been done so many times. I mean, yeah, we got to give her some credit for being a diva doing that, but still.
When she becomes as good at doing high-flying moves as Lita, then she'll get all the credit in the world.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is if she's going to try to be a high flyer like Lita was, that's a very big shadow she's trying to overcome.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't recommend that to anybody.
Well, I mean, if you have the skill to do it, then by all means, but just know it's going to take a long-ass time to get to that level.
Yeah. I mean, and there's actually a lot of female wrestlers, like over in Japan. Europe has a couple good ones, too. I'm sure there's more of them, too, than just a couple. But I'm just like the ones that I know of. And then there's just one here and there all over, but it's just the fact that they can't really bring them to America because the whole issue, like with the working visas with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus, there's that. The fact that some of them aren't really good with English and exactly, and they can't.
Not to mention the clash of styles.
That's true too. And what, like, literally, I can't remember her last name, but her first name was Cammy, and she was actually a really promising female wrestler, and they actually wanted to bring her over to WWE, but they said, okay, all the stuff you've been doing overseas, you're not allowed doing here. Like, every single thing you've done up to this point, you're not allowed doing. And she basically was like, no, I'm not having this. Because for over here, it's like the whole night and day thing, like when it comes to Japan's wrestling. Over here, it's straight entertainment. Like, no one really, is out to prove anything. But over there, it's like a lifestyle. It's their bread and butter. Like, that's their thing.
Oh, yeah.
And it's pretty much like we're Bizarro land to everyone else. Like, they don't understand the whole drama that we throw in our wrestling, whereas they just go out and leave it in the ring.
Yeah. Which is a shame.
Yeah.
We were supposed to talk about wrestling matches, not everything but this is
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah. The ins and outs of WWE in the wrestling industry. Which is funny as shit, because if you look up for a Vince McMahon autobiography, every damn title was a bad one.
Unless it was the WWE title.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
What, he thinks even the WWE title is shit? That's
No,
hilarious.
no, I was just saying about the because in some people's cases, a title for an autobiography, the WWE title, they're like, oh, okay, and then you get guys like I don't know, I'm pretty sure, even though he said this on TV and in different things and everything, I think Bret Hart is still bitter. Like I have that gut feeling that he's still bitter about the shit that Vince did to him. So I could just see him looking at himself, yeah,
Do you blame him?
dick.
Do you blame him at all?
The whole thing with Bret Hart, and it's going to cause a lot of people to be like, what, or I'm an asshole or something, but the Montreal thing, Bret did to himself.
True.
Because there's this unwritten thing that it's key to every industry. It doesn't matter what it is. If it has anything to do with wrestling, the last match you have for that company, you go out on your back. Because you basically are thanking and paying your dues for all the guys that put you over throughout your career.
Yeah.
And Bret thought he was bigger than the business because he had all that money. He had the most expensive contract back during that last tenure as WWE champion than anybody. He was even getting paid more than Undertaker, Shawn, all these different guys, that he was just getting paid so much more money, and he was the only one that ever had creative control the way he was wanting it. And he was a master strategist on that. I'll give him credit to hell and back for that, by the fact that he could control what would happen in the company that last month, which was fine. But what he did that was dirty was he was going to jump ship to WCW
with the title.
And didn't bother telling them that. And then basically all Vince had to go on was that Bret wasn't going to drop the title in a trash can when he got over to WCW. And he already let one of his champions go that said that they wouldn't do it, and they did it anyway. So,
Yeah.
To Bret, that title is nothing but a piece of tin and leather.
Yeah.
So why would he care about dropping in a trash can just to piss Vince off? Be like, hey, you gave me a lot of money. Fuck you. And that's literally all there would be to that. So Vince did the businessman move and screwed him out of the title, threw it on Shawn, and took off with it.
Yeah.
And like I said, if Bret had have honestly been like, okay, I'll lose the title to Shawn, come out the next night on Raw, tell everyone I'm leaving the company, and be done with that. There is not a damn thing wrong with that. Honestly, there would be no problem, because here's the kicker on that. Bret isn't even fucking from Montreal. He's from Calgary.
Yeah.
And Bret's whole thing was, you're making me lose in my home country. It's like, okay, does that mean Shawn Michaels should be pissed off anytime he loses in any city in the United States? Anytime he lost the championship? Or Stone Cold, or The Rock, or Triple H, or anybody from the U.S.? I mean, if that was the game he was wanting to play.
Yeah.
I mean, because that was just a stupid excuse. It was in my homeland, okay? But it wasn't in your hometown. Be glad about that.
Exactly.
Which really he should have been, because his parents weren't there for it or anything, as far as I knew. I don't know, they might have been. That's a long time ago.
Alright, next match, though.
Yeah.
Because as interesting as this is, we kind of do need to get predictions done.
Yeah. Can only make a video so long. Which one are we...
Well, I have infinite time. Whatever was above the Divas thing.
Let's see.
If I'm not mistaken, it was the ladder match for number one contenders for the tag titles?
The one right next to it's the ladder match between Ziggles and Cena.
Oh, okay. Then it was.
I mean, you can push that back for later on in the video if you want to. With that, I don't.
No, I was asking what's above the Divas match.
List. Let's see. As far as like an actual list, I don't see. But then the preview thing, it's like, oh wait a minute, yeah I do. It's Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara versus Team Road Scholars.
Yeah, that's the
tag team #1 contender match.
Tables match, right?
Yeah, it's tables match.
All right, I might get some flack for this because Rey Mysterio is such a big person in the industry, but I'm hoping he loses. I think Road Scholar. I think, yes, they've gotten shots before, but I think more so than the Primetime Players, they are two people who deserve titles, not Primetime Players. I think they should win because they are damn good as a tag team right now.
Both teams are really outstanding as a tag team.
Yeah, but Ray doesn't need it. That's the thing.
Yeah, Ray doesn't need any of these smaller titles. Like, Ray needs to be up there with the World Heavyweight or the WWE or either one of those. Just because of the fact that, I mean, look at his history. Look at the things he's done. And then you're going to give him the tag title, which he might just be requesting that for a lighter work schedule or something along those lines. But besides that fact, it's like that's kind of insulting if it's just a company be like, yeah, you know what, little man, you have this tag title. Go ahead, you run with this.
Yeah.
But I used to be world champion. Yeah, no. You run with this tag title.
Fuck you if you think you deserve anything better.
Yeah, we make the decisions around here, little man.
Yar. Wow.
But yeah, as far as but comparing the two teams, Road Scholars needs to win this something fierce, and I think that's who actually is going to win the match because we have a face tag team champions right now, and anytime they've ever really done face team versus face team, it's never really. It's been a decent match, but it's never as good as when you have the classic heel versus face.
Yeah.
And since Cody's back now from the injury, he has like a lot to prove as far as the storyline goes and everything for getting back at Kane. Like we seen the promos where he threw darts at Kane's picture and all this other crap. And as much as it's insane for Cody to go after one of the biggest dangerous guys WWE's had, and yes, I'm saying Kane was one of the most dangerous men the company had.
Oh yeah, when he first started, fuck yeah, he was.
I mean, shit, you could hit that dude like with a chair 20 times, and he'd just be staring at you like, "Did you just hit me? Did you really just hit me?"
Do you have a death wish, son?
You do not know who you playing with, son. But
you do not know how many ways I could fuck you up.
And Kane's tenure too was the other thing, but. In Cody's case, I mean, Cody went after Big Show, so the guy's got guts. I'll give him, the guts card hands down.
Yeah.
And his dad's Dusty Rhodes, trained to hell and back. He's got all the skills he needs, so it's that. And then Sandow is really a good investment for the company, I think, because the guy's got the heel factor where just you hate him so much. The minute he comes out there, it's just like...
The minute he talks.
It's just like, the hate is almost like syrup. Like you could just pour it and it's all thick and just everything. Because, I mean, he makes you look like an idiot and perceives you to be an idiot anyway. So then that's always been one to piss the crowd off. Be like, hey, fuck you, I'm not stupid. I went to community college, fuck you. But Sandow and Cody make a good team. They play off of each other a lot. And Sandow's skills are very good, too. He brings a lot of old school things into the ring that we haven't seen for a very long time. Kind of like the way Cesaro does. And I honestly think that if right now in the tag team division, if there's any one team that could seriously, legitimately take the titles off of Kane and Bryan without, the underhanded tactics like cheating, pulling the tights, chair shot behind the referee's back, whatever you want to say, I think it would be those two guys.
Yeah.
Just Ray and Sin Cara, they're the sideshow. They're the attraction team. They're the guys that make you go ooh and ah because they do all these high flying luchador things that no one else in the company can do. So it's just like, oh, okay, this is cool. I'm gonna check this out. But they're not guys you can be like, yeah, tag team champions, yeah. So yeah, I completely back Rhodes Scholars.
Yep. The only other thing I could add to that is not only do I agree that they are the sideshow, but in terms of how over they are, Sin Cara is not exactly over enough to be given a title right now. He still has a lot more to prove. As much as he has improved, he's not there yet. I mean, Ray's helping, but yeah.
Yeah. It's also like the whole converting from the Mexican wrestling to the U.S., because I'm sure he wasn't expecting half the shit when he came up here.
Exactly.
Which that takes more than just a couple years to convert to. That takes a very, very long commitment to do that.
Oh, yeah. But what's next?
Next up on the list is the United States Champion Antonio Cesaro versus R-Truth.
In other words, Antonio Cesaro versus a person that he has no business feuding with.
Agreed.
And by saying that, Cesaro wins. Next match.
The only thing I want to add on the Cesaro...
I was kidding. You have the floor. I don't really care about this at all.
Oh, okay. The Cesaro Truth thing is... Truth is one guy that has really busted his ass, not just in WWE, but in TNA and everything else. Because when he got released way, way back when, due to the drug stuff, when he was still K-Quick, he really pulled his ass out of the hole that he got basically thrown into. Which I mean,
he threw himself into.
Exactly, it's his own damn fault that he got caught smoking weed, but that's his own thing. I mean, I'm not going to judge because I do smoke weed occasionally myself.
Occasionally.
But, yeah. But
let's make yourself sound better for the kiddies.
Yeah, exactly. this PG. We didn't say fuck 20 times before this point.
Not at all.
As far as that goes,
Rated
I
R
can
with
see,
this shit.
Yeah, totally. I can see Truth being a lower level champion like Intercontinental or United States, one of those two, just because of how much dedication he has for the business and how much he does too. He puts over the younger guys and everything else, which I think he knows in his mind, with his lifestyle and just everything else on fact. He couldn't keep up with everyone that is in the business right now.
Yeah.
If you had him wrestle an Iron Man match, he'd probably be dead 30 minutes into it.
Yeah, right.
If he wouldn't, he'd be gasping for air and need an oxygen tank. But
all them drugs.
As far as him and Cesaro go, I don't like this feud anymore. I mean, the promo he cut, I think it was not this last Monday, but the Monday before last, was amazing. The whole "I'm gonna kick your cat" promo, that's what I've been here to call it, was pretty good.
Although, wasn't this feud originally based on the fact that no American could beat Antonio Cesaro?
Yeah, and you got...
How many times did Truth pin Cesaro?
He's beaten him, on overall now, not counting this after the first title match, he's beaten Cesaro about 5 times.
Isn't Truth American?
Yeah, Truth is American. No doubt.
And Cesaro is still going to play this "No American can pin me" card?
It's not "No American can pin me," it's "No American can take this title from me."
Oh, okay. That makes more sense then.
But the only thing that is kind of defeating that purpose with Cesaro is, yeah, no American's been able to take that title from you, but look how many times you're losing to Americans.
Exactly.
I mean, you might
I'm
want to
glad
change
somebody
your
has
moniker
brought
a
that
little
up.
bit. Because literally, it's just like saying, fuck all my other matches, as long as this is for the title, that's the only thing that matters. I don't give a shit if my win-loss record looks as bad as Barry Horowitz. I'm going to keep this title, bitch.
Yeah, right? Exactly. It's like, yeah, fuck you.
But yeah, I see Cesaro retaining again, just because.
Just because it's Cesaro and he's the one they're pushing right now.
It's Cesaro, he's the one they're pushing, and it's truth. I think, honestly, if they had someone like Miz in this match instead of Truth, I think, number one, the match would be a lot better, and number two, I think at the same time, it would be a coin flip. You really wouldn't know if Cesaro would retain or would lose to Miz, because that's another pivotal thing, too, is when you have a feud like this, if the guy drops the title to whoever he's feuding with, it adds more gas to the fire, because it's like, okay, he took my title, I gotta get that back. And then they have the rematch, and then usually the face guy wins, and then they go on to another thing where either the former champion gets a number one contender shot or something just happens, and then they go from there.
Yep.
But yeah, that's my whole spiel on Truth and Cesaro.
I agree with pretty much all of it. Although honestly, I kind of like the fact that Miz is in this match, just because what he's been saying to a lot of people, especially when he walked out on Sandow, that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
That was hilarious as hell.
He deserved.
I couldn't stop laughing over that one.
Like, I missed that Raw, but I saw that clip, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a Miz fan. It's like, I'm not so sure he should be in the WWE title picture, but definitely at least the world title picture right now.
Yeah. He's definitely a championship material.
Oh, yeah. Especially since he's doing this Miz, he has this like talk show host gimmick going now, so that definitely helps.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to the whole thing with Shawn Michaels and not so much Roddy Piper, more Shawn Michaels. When Shawn didn't win the title, he set up the Heartbreak Hotel and had that going, which was it was entertaining back in its heyday. And I think that's exactly the same thing with the whole Miz TV. Mm. It's just him being entertaining before he can get up to that title picture again.
Yeah. Just switch this to Do Not Disturb. Okay, we're back. Who? Okay, I was going to ask you, if we're to go under the assumption that the main title Miz is going to go for is the world title, who do you think he should challenge?
As far as that, like if we're doing a hypothetical right now, saying Ziggler, which obviously that you're going to hear my prediction on that one, cashes in on either Show or Sheamus at the end of the night, I say Ziggler, just because of the fact that both of them have so much against each other that's unresolved from Survivor Series. Because Dolph saying, well, you had no place on my team, you weren't good enough, and that pissing Miz off, then Miz rallied to join Team Foley. And then that whole thing went about, and Miz wasn't eliminated by Dolph in the Survivor Series match itself. It was Del Rio that had eliminated Miz. So there's foundation there for a really good rivalry.
True. kind of like that idea.
Yeah. And if we're not doing hypothetical that of a cash in, this is going to probably sound really ridiculous when I say this, but I say he should feud with Show if there's no cash in, just because you've got Sheamus that's the face, and they're trying to push Miz as said face, and you can't really go very many places when you're putting a face against a face. It just doesn't happen. I mean, they have their whole little respect match and everything, but as far as developing them as a character, it just don't go very far. And
character development in WWE.
Yeah, I know. But what is that? What is this you speak of?
What is this faggotry?
Yeah, bullshit. I call bullshit.
Why are there not enough tits and ass in WWE?
Goddamn censorship. The thing with Show is, and this is dated, but the whole Show Miz thing.
Yeah, I was about to say they were former tag team partners. It could be a matter of
and when
really
they
was the dominant person in that team.
Exactly, and when they split up, Big Show knocked Miz out. I mean, right there, and also the fact that leading up to the big contest between Sheamus and Big Show, before they did it, Sheamus had a match with Miz, and Big Show just walks down to the ring, knocks Miz out, so Miz won by DQ, but still. Like literally, if that was me, I'd been like, bitch, you did not just knock me out for a point. I'll hit you with a car. How's that sound? That's about equivalent, isn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. So, yeah, I would say Miz versus Show, even though Show would probably win majority of those times. But at the same time, it would be a better way to showcase off Miz than if you put him against Sheamus as far as developing him as a face.
Yeah.
Because if you put him against Sheamus, it's just you're going to have Sheamus doing his power moves to take out Miz, where Miz has about a good 10-15 minute showing of moves he does, and then, yeah.
Which is boring after the first 20 times you see it. Exactly.
So it's the same tried and true thing. It would literally just be the Miz versus Sheamus matches we've seen this year when Miz was a heel. It's just instead of everyone booing Miz, everyone's cheering Miz along with Sheamus. And then it's just going to be like, oh, hey, this is deja vu. I've seen this match before.
Hey, kind of like when they overdid CM Punk versus John Cena. Oh, wait, they did again.
Just like there's so many matches that they've done that shit too. Randy Orton and Christian, that was a good one.
No, you know, as right as you are, fuck you. I liked Christian. I like seeing Christian in the world title picture.
I did too. It's just I hated how they made him out to be.
They made him out to be the bitch. Well,
exactly.
Then again, Randy Orton is the second biggest guy in the company, so I could understand why they would make Christian a bitch to him.
Mm-hmm.
It still sucked, but I understood it. It's just too bad Christian's gone, or if he's not gone, he's not anywhere to be found anymore.
He's injured right now. He's supposed to actually come back this month, but that's all speculation right now as to how he's even going to be used. Because right now they're actually slated for a lot of guys injured to come back, like Mark Henry, Evan Bourne, Christian.
Evan Bourne wasn't released?
No, Evan was not released, and Evan didn't quit. So there's potential with Evan coming back too. And in fact, for our next match that we're going to be calling, I've actually got a very interesting thing to throw out there when we do our predictions on that.
All right, so Intercontinental title, Kofi Kingston versus... Oh, wait, did I say who? Oh, yeah, I said Cesaro's winning, you said Cesaro's winning, so... Intercontinental Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrage Barrett.
Yep.
I'll let you start, because I want to hear what you have to say.
This match. A lot of people don't even remember their first encounter, which I find hilarious that they keep saying Wade versus Kofi round 2. And this was when Wade had the core and it was first starting out and all this other jank. And it was actually a damn good match. And the finish to it was phenomenal. Kofi going for a Trouble in Paradise, Wade ducking and catching him right in a wasteland. That was picture perfect. You couldn't get a better finish out of the two of them than that. Now, however, I'm not exactly sure. And as much as I'm going to say Kofi's going to win this just because of the fact that he's getting pushed by the company. Why, I have no idea.
Because if he threatened to leave if they didn't start pushing him.
And in this case in point with Kofi, I would let him leave if I was Vince McMahon just because of the fact that, yeah, he's a talented kid. I'll give him that, no doubt about it. But when it comes down to it, okay, you can't please everybody all the time at the same time in this company.
Right.
There's just no freaking way. And I'm sure Vince is well aware of that. But at the same time, he fears what TNA can do with his Dispatch Stars. Because that was the one reason why they kept Matt Hardy for so long, is they didn't want a Hardy Boys reunion down in TNA. And he was worried as hell, like, okay, they're going to get Matt, they're going to elevate him to main event status, and it's going to be, the rest is history, and then they'll look back and be like, wow, WWE really screwed the pooch on that one. They could have had something.
Yeah.
And look what happened. Matt got down to TNA, got all sorts of fucked up, and just faded into obscurity, and no one really speaks of Matt Hardy anymore.
Yep.
And I honestly think that would be the same case if they let Kofi go. If Kofi just straight up quit right now and went to TNA, one, they might not hire him because of their financial thing, because they're actually not the best as far as their money right now. And second, if they did get Kofi, what the hell could they possibly do with him? Because, I mean, if they throw him in their X division, which is basically their cruiserweight title, he's going up against Rob Van Dam. Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, Rob Van Dam was one of my favorite wrestlers. Like, he was my favorite ECW wrestler, period. He was one of my favorites when he went to WWE. So, and I just really don't see Kofi ever really getting over on Rob. I mean, they could bring him in and be like, yeah, new challenger. Guy was really pissed off at WWE. Now he's got a chance down here. And they could sell that. They could really sell that. And Kofi could, ride that wave as soon as he got down there, but eventually it'd peter out. Then what are you left with?
Yep.
And the whole make me happy or I'll leave card will work here in WWE, but down there they'll just be like, okay, go. We don't care. Go ahead, quit. And then they'd work some angle where he'd lose, and like the Ultimate X, he'd get the briefcase, you're fired, bullshit.
Yep.
So there's that. And because I'd like to see Wade as Intercontinental Champion. I'd love to see Wade as World Heavyweight Champion. Because that guy has, I know, the whole it factor deal. Because, I mean, he's a face, but he's a rugged, tough guy, where it's not like,
face?
No, I mean, heel. My bad. I
say.
He's a rugged heel where he doesn't need to bend the rules to win. He's literally got the skill right there to just beat someone and do it like undisputed wise. Like if he's like case in point, when he beat Randy Orton, went through their huge tirade of matches they had. It was last year, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Because I know they had like one of them this year, and then there was another one, and then that was the one that Wade got hurt in, which was the Battle Royal. But between them two, when Wade actually won, it wasn't like, wow, he just got lucky, it's a fluke victory. No, he actually earned that victory.
Oh yeah. And
it's also saying that Wade did so much down in FCW and everything before he even got there. And as far as Daniel Bryan aside, he's the only guy out of the whole Nexus, because I'm not even counting Ryback, that really made something out of himself. And not just because of like physique or stature or anything, just pure skill.
Exactly.
So I give the nod to Kofi just because the company wants Kofi as their champion right now. Plus, they're doing the whole Wildcat thing. I'm sure that pisses Chris Harris off to hell and back.
Wildcat.
Yeah, they're pegging Kofi as the Wildcat Kofi Kingston now, and Chris Harris was Wildcat Chris Harris.
I never heard this. That interests me to no end.
Yeah.
And actually kind of pisses me off.
Why is that?
Why does Kofi need a gimmick like the Wildcat?
I don't know. It
sounds retarded.
Yeah, especially like we're way beyond the days of like the gimmicks where a guy came out of the jungle or some shit. Like the whole thing with Kofi being from Africa, he's not from fucking Africa. He's from Boston, for Christ's sake. I mean, like, and people really are seriously, because there's actually guys I know of, they're like, he really is from Africa. No, he is not from Africa.
They originally made him out to be from Jamaica.
Exactly. And I'm just like, okay, what are you saying? Like, the whole Jamaica thing was a lie, or, he's got to be from somewhere. And
or he could be from hell, like Taker.
Yeah. Inside of Satan's anus, Kofi Kingston dwells.
Or they could be like Kane and not say where he's from.
He's too scary to say where he's from. They're in fear.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, out of the two of them, Kofi gets the nod because the company wants to keep him happy.
Yeah, a pointless cutscene saying we're at the Sky Deck.
Do I know?
I'm playing Sonic Adventure while we're recording, just so that people have something to see, and they do a cutscene before you get to level 8 of 10, saying that this must be the way to the Sky Deck, right outside the entrance to the level.
Wow.
Which I find hilarious.
Awesome. Now, as far as the point I made, or what I was going to make after this prediction, Evan is due to come back anytime now, and I think it would be amazing for Evan to come back as a heel and feud with Kofi. And if they did, that would be ideal because you got two guys that can really fly, and I give Kofi some credit. He does have skill. He does have the talent to be there. And Evan is woefully underappreciated as far as the things that he can bring in that ring.
Yeah.
And they put so much emphasis on he's not big enough. He doesn't have enough muscles. He's not tall enough. That whole same spiel that they've been on for years in that company. And I think, honestly, if they had a heel Evan come back, Evan could come back as heel and beat Kofi for the Intercontinental title. That would be an amazing feud, I think.
Oh, yeah. It would just be amazing to see Evan doing something in the company.
That too, but on that same page, with Evan coming back feuding with Kofi as heel, that would be enough to showcase both of them and also build Kofi up as this whole Wildcat persona that they're trying to do. And also it'd be a way not just to and I'm not saying Evan, is pulling the whole "when you make me happy or I leave" card, but it would be a way to make him happy by giving him airtime, a title, and a decent storyline he could actually work with.
Yeah.
And there's a storyline there that they could immediately build on because Evan gets injured when he was part of Air Boom. Okay, look what happened when that happened. Kofi teams with Truth, becomes tag team champion, carries that title for a long time in different matches, breaks up with Truth, rivals with Miz, Intercontinental champion. So Kofi's on the rise, and I mean, literally, it's just like, oh, me getting injured is the best thing that happened to you. Yeah, fuck you. That's a dick move. So, and it's not like one of those things where it was purposely done, but it could literally be like, screw you, I'm going to ride your wave of momentum and make it my own wave. And that could be a damn good storyline right there.
I will give it to you. That would be very, very interesting to see. Except they won't do it because WWE is retarded.
Yeah.
Or if they do it, they'll find some way to fuck it up.
Yeah, they would. Like, they wouldn't make Evan, like, a mean heel or something like that. Like, he'd just be, like, the competitive heel.
which he would need to be the mean heel. Because let's
He
face
would.
it.
Like, and there would be so many different ways they could go with that direction as being the mean heel. Like, he could try to injure Kofi, and then they could do an injury angle kind of deal with that.
Yep.
And just carry it from there. I mean, they could. There's so much there that they could use that.
I'm actually gonna go against you on this one. I want to see Wade win, just for the sake of making the feud actually mean something. Because now you would have the whole, you took my title, I'm gonna get it back. Fuck you if you think otherwise.
I do agree with you in that respect, but here's the only thing I have to argue your point, is when they did do this in the first one, when Kofi lost the Intercontinental title to Wade, the rivalry ended there. There was no program that just died. Like, Wade's the Intercontinental Champion, no rematch for Kofi, and Kofi just faded into obscurity from that point.
True.
And that's literally the way I see it if they did it right now. Wade would end up getting the IC title, and then someone else would appear. Like, it could be Miz or Christian's coming back. Could be Christian comes back or anything. And then just, hey, face challenger. All right, you're up. You're next. And then Wade would challenge them. And then Kofi just be like, well, what the fuck am I doing here? I'm the Wildcat.
I'm the Wildcat, bitches.
We don't care.
Fuck you, you don't care. I'll make you care, motherfucker.
So that's why I think, or that's another reason why I think Kofi will just retain, because they don't want it to be a worthless feud as far as that goes. Because when Wade beat Kofi the first time, no one cared. They're just like, oh, okay, cool. Like, no one was like, yeah, Kofi, get it back. And it's just, well, okay. You guys are supposed to want me to get it back. He's an asshole. We don't care. Oh.
Some fans you are.
Bad when, the company pushes you as a face that hard when they had their first match, and they made Wade that big of a dick, and it was just, it's Wade wins, and everyone's like, like there was no boos or screams or anger or anything. They're just like,
It just shows how bad the crowd is nowadays.
Well, that and Kofi as Intercontinental Champion the first time or second time. I can't remember. I don't know if he was the Intercontinental Champion before then or not, but either way, just Kofi is champion. No one gave a shit.
Well, you can kind of say that has to do with Kofi's lack of ability in regards to garnering people giving a shit.
Yeah, you could put that on him as far as that goes too. Or the other thing you could do on that too, which I'm sure James would completely jump on that instead of what we just said, is the company's emphasis on minor titles. Like, the Intercontinental Championship and the United States Championship really meant something back in the day, like the golden era of wrestling, and even into the 80s era, the rock and wrestling revolution and everything. And just because of that, the title really they both have diminished to the point where it's like no one really gives a rat's ass who has them, and when you have them, it's really irrelevant as to you winning it or holding it.
Sure.
Like how they've said, I think it's like 90% of every person who's won the Intercontinental title has become a Hall of Famer. Okay, that is actually a true fact, but then look at the Intercontinental champions we've had here in the last 5 years as to compared to back in like 90, 97, 98, 99.
Sure.
And also look at the differences in competition between now and back then. Like, literally, it would be basically saying, like, right now, if let me think of a good boxer. If we took Manny Pacquiao and for some reason took him in a time machine, go back in time and let him fight Rocky Marciano. Like, it would be a damn good fight, but smart money would be on Rocky just because of how tough the competition was back then. and how much more real it was.
Right.
Which I throw a random useless boxing thing out there, but it's still kind of like the same thing. And this is probably a very, very bad choice as far as to put him up against, but say, take the Intercontinental Champion right now, Kofi Kingston, and compare him to Intercontinental Champion Shawn Michaels back in the 90s. Like the early 90s. That's my whole thing. And even early 90s, the Intercontinental was considered a lower ranking title. It wasn't a major title to contend for, but it still meant more then as opposed to now, just because we have guys that give a shit more, I guess, back then than we do now.
Right. Like they saw the Intercontinental title as a means to, hey, I'm going to show you that I'm good enough to be a top champion. Let me use this shitty belt to prove it. Exactly.
And then majority of the guys that get it now, they get it and it's just like, yeah, I'm Intercontinental Champion. Look what I can do. And they have maybe one or two good matches in their title reign, in their title defenses, and then that's it.
Well, that could also be attributed to poor booking on WWE's part for not giving us more, matches that actually mean something by having the title defended on a regular basis. That is what the lower titles are for.
Yeah.
So the fact that they refuse to put it on the line, you can just say that's WWE being retarded.
Yeah, you could say that too. I mean, I'm not saying that it's any one individual is at fault in that respect. I think it's more of like a combined fail storm that just kind of made that.
True.
Because I mean, Cesaro is a dynamite competitor in the ring. And him being U.S. champion is great, but I literally think at the end of the day, when he loses that title, no one's really going to give a rat's ass that he was ever U.S. champion. It's just going to be one of those things. Well, I was U.S. champion. I was champion for this many months and beat this many people. Okay? And that's literally all that's going to be.
I was going to say, now, how many of those people that you beat was actually putting the title on the line?
Yeah, exactly. Or how many of them were top contenders or in their prime or worthy of being U.S. champion?
2. Well, that just shows how shitty your reign was now, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's like when, and me and Pika argue over this a lot too, is Miz's title reign, how bad it was because Miz didn't face that many top contenders, which I disagree with to a T. Miz's first title defense was against John Morrison, who was really getting one hell of a push during that time. He beat Morrison in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Okay. Goes from that, faces Randy Orton. And beats Randy Orton. But then he had to go and face Jerry Lawler, which I'm sorry was a mistake.
Yeah. I understand the reason why they did it. Well, the first one, I should say. It was his birthday. Give him a title shot as a birthday present. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but they should have left it at that.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Because King is nowhere near his prime. He hasn't wrestled forever, and it's just the fact where it's like it's one of the things Triple H bitched about in his autobiography when he was champion. When he came back from everyone was, jumping on the, Triple H, the King has returned bandwagon shit and everything. And this was when Hulk Hogan faced The Rock at WrestleMania 18, I think.
Yes, it was 18.
Okay. And when Hogan came back, Hogan got such a huge pop from the crowd and everything. Vince was like, oh, well, hey, we need to give the title back to Hogan and see what he can do in today's era. And they did. And it was really fucked up to do that to H, because come back from a career-ending injury, become the undisputed champion, and then turn right around and have to lose the title to Hogan.
Who didn't have a very good reign to begin with.
No, he had a terrible reign. I'm sorry. But, if they were going to do it the way they had intended, where Hogan was champion and carried the title, have him carry the damn thing more than a couple months before dropping it to Taker. Because that was so bad.
Although, I don't know if I would call it a counter, but one thing on Taker's undisputed reign. I have to say, that's one of my favorite title reigns ever, just because of how often he defended that thing and how much he made that title mean something. Like, he was defending against like so many people. I was just like, wow, they're actually allowing him to do shit. This is awesome.
I agree with that completely and I also think that also goes into the people themselves, because Hogan has never really been the guy in the company that stays there. Like, because there's so many damn stories out there. Hogan leaves before the show ends. And all this other shit. And it's just like, okay. And then you've got Taker, who's been there forever. And has helped numerous guys and just basically been, like what H said this last year at WrestleMania, ending our careers and who we are and everything. That's not what we're to do. We're supposed to, model the kids and make the future brighter. And that's exactly what the guy had been doing all that time, was making guys better that were coming up the ladder.
Yep.
Whereas you had Hogan, who was just there for the money.
Which, you almost have no choice but to give it to Hogan. He is a legend, but there are so many guys who deserve that legend status more.
Yeah.
Like Taker, like Triple H, like
Ric Flair.
Yeah, I don't know too much about Ric Flair, but I'll give it. If he's been in the company as long as he has, he's earned it.
In the company as long as he has and been world champion as many times as he did.
Yeah, but that's over the course of how many different companies, though.
That's true, but look at how many decades he was carrying it over.
True.
I mean, if you have that much staying power to last outside of the decade you were in your prime in, you really have got some skill right there.
True. Can't argue with that.
Because, I mean, that was even saying something where guys were like, we don't remember when you faced Ricky Steamboat 2 out of 3 falls in that classic and everything else. It's like, yeah, but people will still acknowledge it. Mm-hmm. Like, you could tell them about the match and how great it was, and they'll be like, yeah, I never seen it, I wish I could have seen it and everything, but they'll be like, oh my god, I need to go see that match.
Yep.
And, I mean, it's saying something, because, I mean, like, case in point, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, their first match that they had together was when Shawn was still part of the Rockers and Bret was still part of the Hart Foundation. No one remembers that or anything. It was a good match, but if you straight up told someone, yeah, you ought to go see that, no one would want to do that. You'd have a few of them that are either Shawn fans or Bret fans that would want to go see it, but they'd be like, and then I'll pass. It's before he became HBK, and it's before he became Old Man. Yeah.
Old Man?
That's what I call it, because, I mean, when he got to that point when he was the champion carrying the company for a while, the way he was acting was very old manish.
Alright, what match is next?
The match that is next is the World Heavyweight Championship, Big Show versus Sheamus in the chairs.
No, we're not talking about that one.
We're not? Okay.
We're talking about the
ladder match.
Yep, for the Money in the Bank briefcase. John Cena, why the fuck is... Or, well, I should say, John, why the fuck is he in this match? Cena versus Dolph Ziggler.
A very deserving young man.
Exactly. The only way I will actually accept the fact that John Cena is in this match is if it's to push Ziggler. If Cena wins, I quit WWE.
If Cena wins, I lose all faith in mankind. Because I swear to God, that is such a bad move on any level. I don't care what the fuck someone says. Giving Cena another Money in the Bank title Money in the Bank briefcase when he fucked up the first one as bad as he did.
Can you really say he fucked it up though?
Yeah. Because, I mean, okay, character aside, you literally have to have the real factor. And in my personal opinion, I think if they weren't telling John you have to be good guy mode 24/7, even when you're off camera, I swear to God, he would cash in that briefcase on Punk when he was beat up by Big Show, hands down, no questions asked. There's no doubt in my mind he would end up doing that. And when Cena's like, no, I'm going to take the good guy route, and I'm not going to cash it in while you're beat up and hurt laying on the mat. I'm going to cash it in on you when you're fresh and ready because I've got something to prove. Okay, smart money in any sense, you're going to challenge a guy that has got your number. And I'm sorry, Punk's got Cena's number hands down. Every match they've had, Punk wins, and it's been a decisive victory. It hasn't been Punk winning by a fluke or a roll-up or whatever. Punk beat Cena's ass, done. And
hang on, before you continue with this, one question. You're saying that Cena fucked up with his cash-in. Can you say the same thing for Rob Van Dam?
No, but I'm also saying John Cena is not Rob Van Dam. Because in that respect that, and also in this point in time as well, when Rob cashed in on Cena, when they made the actual pay-per-view of it, and had planned it out and everything, Rob was a very, very good matchup for John. It was very similar to Punk versus John, because the fact that Rob never really faced John that much, and then you had on the offhand too that Rob was so damn good in the ring that you had Cena, who basically was the polished turd at that point, going up against him, and it would just be a damn good show no matter how you would slice it. But on the offhand, everyone in their right mind would be like, "Fuck yeah!" Like they'd completely be backing Rob on it, and rightfully so.
Yeah. That is a good point. I'll give you that.
And like the whole thing with John fucking up his cash in. Okay, I'm gonna go out and say this now. The Money in the Bank has no business being in the hands of a face. It is clearly a tool for a heel. Just because, I mean, and this is saying something too, is guys that don't get their title shot and that are merit of having one have this opportunity to become one, and it's a good way for the company to gauge someone's in-ring skills and their mic skills and how they could carry the company if they needed them to. But if you got guys like, you got Cena, you've got, like if they had it in Orton's hands, it would be a fucking very dangerous weapon. And also you could use it as a gateway. You could either keep Orton as a face, or you could make him as a heel, either one.
True.
But as far as John getting it and everything, I think if John got the World Heavyweight briefcase again, he would straight up be like, okay, Show, I'm going to challenge you when you're healed, when you're 100%, like 2 weeks after your chairs match or whatever, or the same goes for Sheamus. Like either way, I just see him doing that.
Although honestly, I think Cena only did that so that they could have a WWE title match on the 1000th episode of Raw.
That could be it, but there could have been so many other ways they could have had a good title match on Raw.
True.
They didn't really need him to cash in Money in the Bank at that point. And like excessive shit like that happens all the time, but with that withstanding, I think, and it shows something too when the guy straight up says like, okay, I'm gonna beat you when you're at your best. I don't want you when you're hurt. I want to face you when there's no excuses to be made why I beat your ass. But at the same time, you got to figure, okay, this is my one opportunity I'm going to get at a world title match, and I've got it for a whole year. Do I take the low road and attack him when he's weak, or do I take the high road and face him when he's fresh?
I would probably face him when he's weak, just so that I could get that title under my belt and say, fuck the world, I'm going to Vegas.
Well, see, here's the other factor in that, too. And a lot of people, when Miz did it, were saying, he was a coward and all this other crap. And they were doing the same thing when Swagger did it. And just all over, everyone who cashed in on a week change.
Did they say it when Edge did it?
Yeah, they actually did. They said that it was a very cowardly thing and all this other crap. And literally, it's just like, okay, what do you expect them to do? They're literally not going to get another chance for a while if they fuck up this challenge or this cash in. John Cena excluded, obviously. And with that being said, too, because let's face the facts. When Swagger got his cash in and did it, he jobbed to Ray and then never ever again bounced back from that. And that's saying something, and that was their way of gauging him as champion and as to carry the company. Which granted, it was only the World Heavyweight title, but it's saying something. That when you're a champion and you can't get anybody involved in your match, like no one really gave a rat's ass if you were wrestling or not, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Because, like the matches he had with Big Show, no one cared. Everyone just wanted them to end. It was sort of like when Mark Henry was champion and faced Big Show on occasions. They were just so sick of seeing it.
Although Mark Henry was a good champion, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, he was. He was a dominant champion.
Oh, I wouldn't go so far as to say Big Show's current reign is a good reign.
Yeah, I would say that too.
If only because, hey, look, he didn't lose it in 45 seconds. Now let's see what he can really do.
Exactly. Let's see what he can do when he's not dicking around.
I wouldn't even call that dicking around. I would call that Money in the Bank. Really, you can't even fault that on Big Show. It was Mark Henry who wrecked his day.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was anyone but Henry, you would have to laugh at Show. But we've been distracted way too goddamn long. Next,
I honestly think though, and I know this is you're kind of disagree with me on this one, but I do think they're going to have the ladder match after the world title match. As much as I would love them to have the ladder match before it, just because it would add that suspense factor of, are they going to cash in?
Yeah.
No matter who wins, they're going to be like, okay, are they going to cash in? Are they not? And then it's going to leave that window open.
But then on the other hand, it's John Cena. You're not going to have John Cena in the middle of the show. That would be fucking stupid. And then as soon as his match is over, all the kiddies are going to want to leave.
Exactly. And then they're going to be like, yeah, why am I here?
To see Punk lose. Oh, wait, he's injured. Whoa!
And that also brings me on to my other thing. And this is actually how I'm calling Ziggles versus Cena's ending. I honestly think John's going to be up there reaching for that briefcase, getting real close, and then the Shield is going to get involved, take John out, and either they're going to put Ziggler up there to get it, or Ziggler's going to get up there himself and get it, and that's how Ziggler's going to get the briefcase. And then in the match between Shield versus Hell No, I think John's going to be the deciding factor in that too.
Well, if what you're predicting is true, that would make sense.
And yeah, and that's why
either that or either John Cena or Randy Orton.
I say more Cena than Orton, just because they attacked him. At least I think they attempted to attack him Monday, and then they're on this whole spiel of we're about justice, and everyone in their right mind is saying that Ziggler should not have to defend that briefcase against Cena. Honestly, I think if it would be against any other person in the company right now, it would be more understandable than against John Cena.
Exactly.
So they have prime motive to get involved in that match. And it's no disqualification anyway, so what the fuck are they going to do? Oh, we got Ziggler disqualified. Oh. Oh, wait, it's a ladder match. Ah.
Wait, it's a ladder match. No fucking news we're giving on this day.
Yeah.
Actually, since you say it, that's exactly how the match is going to end, or at least how it should end with the Shield getting involved. If the Shield does not get involved, I still say Ziggler will win. Only because if WWE wants to prevent a riot, they need Ziggler to win.
Yeah, because I swear to God, if they do give Cena the briefcase over Ziggler, they're going to lose so many people over that.
Oh, yes. Especially since the world title is so above John Cena, it's not even funny.
Well, it's not only that, it's just the fact that there's so much animosity and hatred towards John Cena, not just as a performer, but like as a human being, just being there and doing the shit that he does that people can't stand. I mean, like, literally, the whole thing why they keep saying John is so fake is no human being on this planet is that good-natured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, every person has their little dark side about them or whatever, but John's just like, nope, never do a bad thing, ever. What about your divorce, John? Never do a bad thing, ever. And that's literally what it's going to end up being throughout the rest of his career, because they've got him so entrenched in that it's like everyone was saying that if they did a whole NWO kind of theme going where some major face turns heel and then tries to run the company, that it would have to be John doing it. But But the way they've got him built up and set, he's never going to turn heel. I don't care if it's like 5 years down the line, John is not going to be a heel. Even if it would be his last run at being a world champion or something, he would still be a face just because he wants to be that guy that's the face of the company, that's out for the kids and what have you.
Yeah.
And I mean, that boils down to whether he really does give that much of a shit for the kids, or if it's that much that he doesn't want to, wreck the gravy train.
And he is so used to taking gravy up his ass. Oh wait, I'm sorry, mayonnaise. Or however the fuck you want to call it. Lube, whatever.
Goofy juice.
Goofy juice. I can't believe I forgot that line. It makes me feel like such an idiot, but you know what? I don't care. It's Goofy Juice.
Yeah, but I that's why I think that the second to last match on the card is going to be the ladder match.
No, it's probably going to be the main event. Even though they're saying Shield is going to be the main event, we know it's not. Unless they're trying to build Ryback as the main eventer, and that's just stupid.
No, I do actually think that that's what they're trying to do, is they're trying to build Ryback up to be a main eventer, and that's why I feel that it's going to be the last match of the night between Ryback and Hell No against the Shield. But on that same notion, it's one of those matches where you're kind of sitting back and like, okay, why? Like, they're trying to make S.H.I.E.L.D. the big dominant, like, invader group, like Nexus, Core, NWO, all those groups in the past were. Okay, they took out Ryback, the big guy that you can't really take out. Okay, they're putting him in the match. Fine. Well, they're putting the tag team champions in there, which apparently they have a beef with the tag team champions for a very weak reason, but still. I just think because the whole thing is Punk involved with the Shield is why they're going to do that. And Punk himself might appear and do something, though it's highly doubtful since he's still injured and recouping. But then again, depends on how bad his injury really is. Because he already had the surgery and everything, and he's in the midst of rehabbing because he wants his title match with Rocky at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, who wouldn't?
Exactly. I mean, that's going to be his big moment to shine. And that's one thing, too, that I actually find kind of ironic, that John was saying that his title reign has been obscure, that he's never had a good match, which I completely disagree to hell and back with. And that he's never had a decent challenge. okay.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan, Chris Jericho. The battles with Jericho were amazing.
Fuck yeah.
And just with that being said, I mean, you can't really look at those matches and be like, yeah, those were bad. And if they are, then you're a cynical dick that really has no idea what you're talking about. And in the case with your Pika. But in the case with the Royal Rumble match with Rock, okay, if you don't measure up to that challenge, and I swear to God, Punk will be a good matchup for The Rock. If you're not up to that point, able to face The Rock and on equal footing, then you really have no business being anything. Like, not just champion, but being in the company, period. And I don't think Punk's going to be the type to fold under that pressure. Because it's not just The Rock that you're facing that has all the abilities, the skill, and everything else, and the experience, but it's just the legacy that he's had.
Yeah.
That you're going up against.
Now, if this was Attitude Era Rock, like The Rock in his prime, then no, I don't think CM Punk would be able to measure at this moment in time. But
no, I don't think so either.
With how Rock is now, oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I think otherwise.
Yeah.
Punk has earned his spot now.
Yeah, he's paid his dues to get where he's at in the company right now. And it's kind of bad that people are saying that he's a sellout and everything for being in the position he's in, but I disagree with that to a T because Vince really didn't want him there. And even when they brought him in, they just booked a guy that had a lot of cred from the independents and was popular with the underground guys, like your internet wrestling groups.
Yep.
And stuff like that. Like, Vince literally was like, okay, I bought you. What the fuck do I do with you? Idea. And that's why Punk was so obscure throughout the first couple of years of his career at WWE.
Even though he got more fan attention than DX.
Yeah,
which was hilarious. Go on.
Yeah, in his very first big pay-per-view match, he got more cred and more response than DX did. And that was during their big reunion thing.
Which I'm sorry, but that should say something right there.
Use what you have.
Yeah. And if you don't, you're fucking idiots.
And that's literally what ended up with the whole Punk wanting to leave, too. I mean, they didn't know what to do with him, and Punk hated the way the company was being run, so he was going to just jump up, bail out.
And then I wonder what made Vince decide to finally use him.
I know what did it in the fact that Punk leaves with your title. Okay, that's a big, big blow to you and your company. But more importantly...
No, he wouldn't have left with the title. They would have done a similar thing to what they did with Brett.
They tried, remember?
Yeah.
But it didn't work. And that's
now,
also...
Is that booking or just Punk outsmarting him?
Exactly. That's a good question in that point, and I don't think any of us besides them will actually really know that answer. And if it was good booking or against the booking, whichever way you look at it, that was very intelligent on whoever screwed the pooch on that one. But as far as that goes, with Punk leaving with the title, that's a big blow to your company and you as individual. Like, okay, you just let the guy walk right out of the company with your most precious possession, pretty much.
Yep.
And with that being said, no matter where Punk would go from that point, if Punk would have went back to Ring of Honor or New Japan Pro Wrestling, or even, God forbid, if he went to TNA, immediately there'd be a huge draw to like, oh shit, CM Punk just joined Ring of Honor. Oh shit, CM Punk just joined New Japan. Oh shit, Punk just joined TNA. And everyone would immediately be like, okay, channel. And they wouldn't give a shit. They'd just be like, okay, he just, fucked WWE in the ass by leaving with their belt and jumping to a new company. And they would run with it. Any company would have loved to grab Punk and take off with him being the WWE champion leaving the company.
Of course.
That would be a bad decision for anyone that'd be like, no, we don't want you. they would be retarded.
Or they couldn't afford them, TNA.
I don't even think it's so much of Punk wanting money. It's just the way he wants things done. Like when he was unhappy when he was dating Beth Phoenix there, he hated the fact that every storyline they were throwing him was garbage. That and just they never really let him get a chance to shine until the whole he took over Nexus kind of deal. Because I don't even consider his matches with Rey Mysterio him really showing all that he could do. I mean, he was impressive in them and got to do some things, but he couldn't be all that he could be.
Yeah.
And I don't even think that's necessarily him, going against Rey or just a bad match or anything. I just think it was the company telling him, "Nah, don't do that."
Which is a damn shame.
Yeah, because I mean, just case in point, and this could be something where you could say it's the evolution of your character, or or TV presence or whatever. But you look at all the stuff Punk does now and that he did last year, and then you compare it to when he was in the Straight Edge Society, or when he was ECW champion, or when he was in the Survivor Series with DX. And you just look at all the things that he's done or that he does now compared to them, and it's just like, do you really honestly think that that's him choosing not to do that as opposed to someone in the back telling him, "No, don't do that"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even more so now because Cena's got so much slack from guys that have left the company here recently saying that he's been hazing them and telling them not to do stuff. If someone like that in their position is telling you to do that, and you either do what they say and you keep your job and you keep your TV time, or you don't, and then you either get fired or you get pushed onto a lower show, what choice are you going to make? Is fame and fortune that important to you and what you love doing, or do you want to be the bigger man and, do the right thing?
I don't know what I would probably just say fuck you, John, but then again, I'm not really a wrestler. You are. What would you have done?
Honest to God, with what Tyler Rex has said, in case for those of you listening in on this and don't know, Cena pulled Rex off to the side, and this was when Rex just came off of the bragging rights Survivor Series match, and was damn impressive in that match. And he was doing the burning hammer finishing move. Okay, John pulls him off to the side and says, "I don't want you doing that move anymore because you're going to get someone seriously hurt." Rex says, "Well, I've been doing this for 4 years now. I did it at FCW. I've been doing it on Superstars. Been doing it in dark matches. Why haven't you noticed this until now?" And John basically was like, "Well, you either do what I say or I'll have you fired." So when you're pushed in that kind of position, you got to kind of figure, okay, I really love my job and I love what I'm doing, but do I really want to be under this asshole? And it's never going to change. He's always going to be the guy on top and you're on bottom. You're bottom bitch. Yeah. And this is what like the deciding factor is for a lot of guys too, is if you said, okay, I won't do it anymore. And this is where the story gets fucked up, is Rex was the guy that said, yeah, okay, I won't do it anymore after he had this little kind of spat with John. Well,
that's okay. We could call him Josh.
Josh Cena.
Josh Cena, because that's how many fucks people give about him.
Exactly. No one gives a shit about John Cena.
Not anymore.
And if you usually, bend and go like, okay, well, I'll do what you say. I'll do what you say. You're supposed to, give that guy, what you said and give him a shot. Well, when Rex said, okay, I'll do what you say, John still went to management, went to Vince, went to VP Talent Relations, which was Laurinaitis at that time, and said, okay, I don't want this guy on the main roster. I want you to put him on Superstars for good. Okay, that is a huge, huge dick move to anybody, anywhere.
Yeah.
That this falls apart the whole negotiating thing to a T. If you tell someone do something or else and they do it, you've got to let them go. Like you can't hold that against them and be like, well, fuck them. They're going to do that shit anyway. Which no one really personally knew Rex that well enough to know if he would have been like, yeah, I'm going to do the Burning Hammer anyway. So John couldn't have made that judgment call, but it was just fucked up that after that happened, Rex was obscure for so long, and then the Laurinaitis thing happened. And when you go from there, after the Laurinaitis thing ran its course, Rex faded into obscurity again. And once again, that was John be like, okay, he had his fun, let him go. And they came up with the whole male stripper angle thing, which I thought was actually kind of funny. Especially because Kurt Hawkins can't dance. But it's also demeaning at that point too, because if you've put that much time and experience into your craft and you're good at what you're doing, why do you have to stand behind a really stupid gimmick? And that's the same case like they had years and years and years ago with Terry Taylor. He was the Red Rooster in WWE. But in WCW, NWA, he was just a regular, straight-up wrestler. He didn't need a goofy-ass gimmick, but when he was here, they had him as a really goofy-ass gimmick that never got over and never went anywhere. But as far as the choice that I would make with Rex, I honestly, with knowing now how John Cena is, I would have said fuck you to John. Just because if you're going to fuck someone in the back like that, you don't do that. So it wouldn't really matter no matter what you would say. John would still get you out of TV time. Yeah. So and that's the factor in today's wrestling that means everything. If you're not on TV, you're not going anywhere. Like it doesn't matter if you're busting your ass on like Superstars, NXT, whatever. If you're not on TV, it don't matter.
All right. We've been sidetracked for a long ass time. We're both saying Ziggler's gonna win, right?
Yes.
Okay. World title. Big Show versus Sheamus. Honestly, I'm hoping Big Show wins. I don't care whether or not the cash-in happens. I do not want to see Sheamus with the title again. You have no idea. Not that he was a bad champion, but
I think you'd want to see Sheamus as champion just to have him lose it to a cash-in. And honest to God, if
you have a point there.
I'm going to go on record and say this: if the ladder match happens before the world title match, I see Sheamus winning, and then Ziggler cashes in on Sheamus, beats Sheamus. Because I literally pictured this happening if the ladder match is before the world title match, that it's gonna be a big ass fight. Chairs swinging, everything else, and then Sheamus manages to one-up Big Show and win. And then before Big Show leaves, WMD Sheamus is down, Ziggler comes in, cash in, zigzag if need be, and pin 1, 2, 3. And that's how I picture that cash in would end up going.
I picture it the same way. I won't even lie.
Yeah, if the ladder match is before the Hell No Shield match, I say Show all the way, just because they're trying to it's literally Show's last run. I think not only as champion but as in the company, because he realizes how old he is. He's also wrestling hurt, not necessarily injured, but his knees are all sorts of fucked up right now, and If he took time off to get healed, there would pretty much be no place in a storyline for him to come back to.
Yeah. Which is a shame, because he is really good, but he's also been in the company for, what, over 20 years? Wait, no. No, not 20 years. Like, over 10 years, right?
I think that's about right. But either way, the man's got a stellar history. There's nothing to really doubt in anything that he's done. I mean, he's held every major title in each company. And
wasn't he the first person to win the world title, ECW, and WWE title?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has that, too. So, yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
He has that. He's been multiple tag team champions. He's been Intercontinental here recently. There's denying anything he's ever done. So if the man retired right now, he could retire happily knowing that he left a big mark in the industry. And there was no contention over it either, because he's had stellar matches, some decent storylines, and just, you could walk away happy with that. But at the same time, when you're at his age and with the experience and the tenure that he has, you literally can go out the way you want to go out.
Oh yeah.
Which it's going to be on your back to pay the dues for all the guys that you've that you've helped put over the years, or that have put you over.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's going to be one of those moments where it's just like, okay, I'm cool with this.
Yeah. There's no other way to do it.
Yeah, there's no other way to do it. And whether it's against Sheamus tomorrow or Sunday night, well, technically tomorrow night, because technically it's Saturday for us right now.
Yeah.
It's me.
What is it, 12:21 where you are?
It's 20 after 12. Yeah.
Yep, same here.
So if it was against Sheamus Sunday and he was, pretty much done with the company, that's that would be fine then. Or if it's like 6 months down the line, or hell, even if it was at WrestleMania, it's fine. Like literally, it's just time taking its course. Because, H said pretty much the best thing when he did his little swan song after the Lesnar fight, which I still think there's going to be more matches with H in the future, that time is the worst enemy that you can have. You're never going to beat time, and it's going to hit you harder than anyone, and that's true. Joe's in his mid-40s right now, and going up against guys in their early 30s, late 20s.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, if he retired right now, there'd be no shame in it. But out of the two of them, I'm predicting Show will win.
He almost needs to win. Almost.
Because it's like a respect thing at this point now too, because he's been so long in exile without holding a major title, and the Intercontinental run he had was a fucking joke. I'm sorry. That was so bad that they did that to that poor man. And they can say that was to help build Cody Rhodes all they want. I still think that was an insult. You hold the title for 1 month and then lose because you stepped on a table. I'm sorry.
You hold the title for 1 month and then lose it because you're fat. That's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, it's very fucked up.
And I dare you to say it was for a reason other than because he was fat.
For Christ's sake, man's almost 500 pounds. You step on a table, it's going to fucking break.
Exactly.
Shit, I stand on a table and I'm not even close to 500 pounds and the damn thing starts cracking. Shit. But yeah, out of the two of them, I'd say Big Show wins. And if God, hoping, but I just don't see it. If the latter match is before the world title match, I see Sheamus winning and a Ziggler cash in. And this is me saying this too. If Ziggler does win, he needs to cash in now, not waiting until like the next night on Raw or SmackDown or whatever. Needs to do it now, because there's been so many opportunities that guy could have cashed in and been champion by now, and he never did it. Like, the biggest one, and, like, shit, even the crowd was calling for it when Sheamus did those 30-some chair shots to Big Show after their last title match.
Yeah.
Show's down. He's not getting up. He's hurt to shit and back. Referee's there. Where's Ziggler? Where's the briefcase? Nowhere to be found.
No, I love when they were chanting it. That was hilarious.
Shit, and this is saying something too. The crowd hates you, and they're chanting Ziggler. There's some chanting Ziggler. There's some chanting Cash In. Either way, take the damn hint for Christ's sake and go out the title, boy.
It was probably Vince saying, "No, you're not cashing in. If you do, you'll be in a lot of trouble." Blah 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 blah.
It isn't so much that, but I think the fact was that he still had his Survivor Series match to go. And that's the only thing I can see is the logic-wise why he didn't cash in, because he wanted to be fresh for the Survivor Series match. But looking back...
Except that it wouldn't require much effort to perform a cash-in. Literally run out, hand the briefcase to a referee, do one move, pin, good game.
Yeah, at that point, he didn't even need to do a move to him because Big Show was down and out. He was just wore the fuck out from those chair shots and the brogue kick. Yeah. So Ziggler just had to go in, throw the briefcase, tell him to ring the bell, and call it a night. And as far as that goes, I know Ziggler made the promise that he was going to be the last man standing in the Survivor Series match, which he was. But at the same point, you know, that would give him a lot of clout, no doubt about it, being the sole survivor and beating the guys that he beat on that team. But on the flip side, I'd rather be a world champion at the end of the night than being a sole survivor on a Survivor Series team. Yeah, it's going to go down in Survivor Series history that you led your team to victory. Yes, that's true. That's awesome as hell. But at the same time, when the night's over, hey, I'm the world heavyweight champion. Look at this shit. That's also saying, too.
Hey, I'm holding a minor title right now. Look at me. I'm important, right?
Wait. But on the same notion, the way that match ended up, if Ziggler was world heavyweight champion, he still would have been sole survivor. And just think about that, too. I cashed in the Money in the Bank. I became world heavyweight champion, and I was sole survivor for my Survivor Series team. I mean, that would be an epic win in the record books.
Yes. Yeah. But they don't have that much faith in Ziggler, alas.
Apparently. But no, I think Ziggler needs to cash in Sunday night if he gets it.
He will. Or he's a fucking moron.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Unless, of course, the match takes place after.
If it takes place after, then yeah, I completely understand him cashing in the next night, if even that, because you got to figure, regardless of how that thing's going to go, there's going to be people slammed on ladders. There's going to be people getting hit by ladders. It's going to hurt no matter how you slide.
Exactly.
So he might not be ready to cash in at that point. That aside, I mean, you know, if it's afterwards, that's kind of a given. Like, don't cash in. You're too banged up. You're too banged up and they're already in the back. You'd have to drag Big Show's big ass out there to give him a zigzag or chair shots or whatever. And we all know Cena's not going to be bad guy Cena doing that.
Yeah.
Which in Cena's case, too, with the whole being the good guy cashing in when you're fresh, he doesn't need to validate that. Like, on John alone right now, not skill-wise, because I honestly think the dude can't wrestle worth a shit. With his status in the company and everything else, John could take on anybody right now in their prime and win. Just because he's the company.
Except The Rock.
Except The Rock. Because The Rock is farther up Vince's ass than Cena is. You've got both of them up there. The Rock is saying, "Hey Vince, that was good toast you had 3 days ago. I love the cinnamon jelly you had on there." And John's like, "Well, shit, I can only smell the filet mignon he had last night. What the fuck, Rock?"
He's like, well, shit, I can't smell what The Rock is cooking.
Well, hold on, let me move the strudel.
Wait, that was strudel? It looks like a penis. It's called a strudel. It's called the people's strudel for a reason, John. Well, fuck. Like, no wonder why it tastes so good.
I thought you called it Stonewall Jackson. God, I got so sick of hearing John say that stupid shit over and over and over again. Calls his penis Stonewall Jackson or whatever name he's come up with it nowadays. It's like, do you even listen to the promos?
No, because I'm John Cena and I'm too important.
He's honestly turned into a combination of Hulk Hogan and old Randy Orton. And that's like the worst thing that can happen to a person, too. Randy, before he came off the high horse, was trying to make, big decisions in the company as far as who stays, who goes, what storylines happen, what doesn't happen, and basically dictating people's futures there. They've let John get into that spot where he's doing it, and it's not fair to anybody. I mean, there's one guy right now in the company, and I literally mean just one guy, that has enough seniority, the talent, and the head for business and everything that could literally say, okay, you have no business being here, you need to be trained more or whatever, and that's Undertaker.
I would have said Trips, but yeah, Taker works too.
I mean, Trips is up there with him, but Taker's just got a little bit more over Trips than H has himself. But with that being said, if it came down to anybody making those kind of decisions on that level, it should be Taker or Trips and nobody else.
At least from a wrestler standpoint.
Exactly. And that's another thing, too. John's a full-time wrestler in that respect, so you got to figure he doesn't want anybody that's going to make him look weak or pathetic or anything. He's going to be wanting to be the top dog, so why the hell would you give him that kind of power?
Because he's such a wholesome person.
Yeah, he doesn't believe in bullying whatsoever.
Like, what do you mean bullying's bad? I do it all the time.
What? I'm on Be a Star. I'm allowed to be a bully.
Exactly. Even though the motto of it is called "Don't be a bully, be a star," I'm still allowed to be a bully, right?
I mean, they don't have to know about this, right? No one will ever find out. We have the internet, John. Yeah, no one's going to find out. No one believes anything on the internet. And
the statement must be true. I read it on the internet.
It's like the commercial with the guy saying he's a French model. Bonjour. A lot of people too. They're saying that Rex is bitter, that he never got the shot that he should have, or that he didn't have the skill to get the shot that he should have got, or anything like that. I literally think there's more politics involved than what's aired on TV and shit.
Oh, there always is.
No, because there even when I was getting trained and everything, there was guys that there was like it's a pecking order, is what it is. And case in point, like if you're the top guy and you're kind of setting the pace for everyone else, you're keeping everyone in order.
Which a big company like that, you need someone like that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah. And that's not just that company, it's any walk of life. If you have anything where you have a mass amount of people there that have all sorts of different things they can bring to the table, you need kind of a figurehead at the top of the ladder. I just think John's the worst guy they can have at the top of that ladder sorting people out, though. Because I've seen Rex when he was FCW. I've seen him in Independence, too. The guy had a lot of talent there. And at that point in time, after the bragging rights thing, they could have literally took the ball and ran right out the damn door with him. They could have made him a big heel. because he had and this was bad that they gave him the whole crazy surfer kind of deal. But at the same time, the dude had power. He had the technical skills to back that up with the power, which is a very deadly combination. And it's just a shame that they didn't bank on that. And they let Glory Boy, screw the pooch on him. Which I'm actually surprised that no company has wanted to grab Rex now that he's got on the Twitter war and all the other shit with John. Because like on his Twitter page where he was raging about it and everything else, and then you had Kenny Dykstra jumping in on it saying, "Oh, John Cena's going to cry now because he's got someone told a bad story that makes him look like a bad guy." Literally, that's pretty damn accurate. John, whenever anyone comes forward with a story, John turns a deaf ear to it and then just kind of is like, well, some people are bitter. And that's pretty much where that story ends, is some people are bitter. It's like, yeah, why are they bitter then, John? Well, they couldn't cut it. They couldn't hang with everyone in the company, which was not the case. I honestly think Rex had the ability to hang with anybody. And at that point in time, he wasn't like, top level main event thing, but he could very well be on that way to being up to that level. Because depending on the person and who they are and what they've got to work with, they can be main event level at any given time if they have the skill and the dedication to be that good.
Yep.
Because that's like case in point, the guy tried running an actually independent circuit down here in my hometown.
Correct.
No. Me and a friend of mine that I went to high school with, we actually pooled resources together, and he actually was trained by some guys too. He didn't go to OVW or anything. He was trained by the guy that ended up becoming Shark Boy in TNA.
Wow.
Yeah, I kind of think mine was the more substance behind our training, but I'm not even going to get into that one. But all things aside, we tried to run a independent organization down here, and Josh, who was the owner of it completely, I wasn't even partner or anything else. I was basically his. I wasn't necessarily the booker, but I was the guy that would decide things. Like, okay, we're going to hire this guy for this this match. We're going to be in this location, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like he was the guy that had the money and had the final say and stuff. So go call that what you will.
You were his bitch.
Not so much, but anyway.
No, until proof comes out that you weren't. You were his bitch.
But anyway,
the news.
Josh decided that you needed to put everybody over for a full year if you didn't have any tenure. And I honestly told him, I'm like, I really don't see that as being relevant. And honest to God, to this day, I still don't understand his logic behind it. And that was like when he was telling me, oh, well, you could get you and Brandon and come back, and or you and Nick could come back, and you guys could tag team, but you'd have to job to every single person I'd put you up against for a full year. And I'm just kind of standing back like, why? Like, just literally, why? And I know there's actually a lot of guys out there that do that they have you job for a very long time. But I've never heard of anything where it's been so extreme as over a year. And especially when you've got a lot to offer. You have skill, you have draw power, and you're going to be putting guys over that don't. I mean, that's a slap in the face to you professionally, but even more so, personally, it's just kind of like it hits you low because it's just like, okay, I'm better than this. Why am I putting over this douchebag that doesn't even know anything? Yeah. Like, not so much just about wrestling now, but in the last, 10 years. Like, he wouldn't be able to tell you the I Quit match between Brett and Stone Cold, which was the turning point when Brett turned heel and Austin turned face. They wouldn't be able to tell you that, but yet you'd be putting them over. And there's no sense in that, period. Just flat out. Because if you're putting guys over 24/7, you're not getting anywhere. Like, it literally just makes you look like a loser, and then no one's going to care what you do. And then, like, later on down the line, they're going to be like, well, why were you here? You had nothing of merit or value to add to this company. Why were you here? I think Josh has kind of got a shit into the deal when he was getting trained or anything, because I know he had to put guys over something fierce when he was doing independence, but that's besides the point. That, you know, even though you had a shitty experience yourself, you shouldn't make everyone else's experience shitty that too. And it's really hard running an independent thing because you don't have anything near as a big budget for any purposes or intent. And there was guys that he would bring in that he could just pay them gas money to get there. Like, they couldn't go out to a bar or anything later. They just literally just like, okay, I'm here. Now where's my gas money to get back home, or else I'm getting a ride from somebody.
Well, you have to pay them for gas.
Pretty much. And like I said, then that's also a punishment thing too. Is if you piss off the big guys, you're jobbing for a very long time. Case in point, MVP. I mean, he's the poster boy for I fucked up. And
it's kind of weird that Randy wasn't severely punished.
That's because Randy's one of the big boys. Like, he's one of the top dogs, so they're not going to punish him too much. I mean, they took him out of the title picture, which that's kind of a big blow to Randy, because you go from, okay, I'm title running worthy, and up to that point where you're just right there at the title match, and then you fuck up, and then it's just like, okay, we're going to take that away from you. But by no means is he at the bottom of the barrel. I just don't really know where they're going to go with him, because they have no one really right now to have him feud with. But I am predicting this. I do think that they'll have a feud between Randy and Ziggler when Ziggler becomes champion.
Oh, of course.
Because that's just going to be a good series of matches right there, no matter how you slice it.
Of course.
And I came.
And we left.
Exactly.
Alright, so what happened?
We are up to... Well, we technically did the predictions for the world title match, and then Bobby went off on a series of stories that I am still, to this moment, trying to figure out why I haven't stopped him. But now that we have a third person here, you can take part in one prediction. All the other ones are done.
Hi, it's Topeka.
Can I just give my quick predictions for
No, before you do that, this is what happens when you're late, bitch.
I'm sorry, man. I forgot.
You forgot. You're the one who constantly harps on me to get these done every Friday before pay-per-view, and you forgot? I have the right mind just to throw you out of here again. You forgot.
All right. Chill, Bertha. Chill.
You forgot. Do you really want to play that card with me right now?
Okay, I'm just saying that you're not the only one who suffers Alzheimer's, okay? Just chill.
Clearly you do. Goddamn.
Fuck.
I mean, hell, Bobby's older than both of us, but he remembered to be here.
What you say? It runs in the family?
He sucks at memory. He sucks a lot of things, not just memory, but yeah.
But you guys just start an hour ago or just now?
When did we start, Bobby? Like 10:30?
Wow.
Seriously? You guys started the video 10:30? It's like 12 something now.
Yeah, we're still doing it.
What the fuck?
Damn, when Bobby goes, he's really interesting to listen to. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
He's telling better stories than me? What the fuck? My stories are the best.
He's also more informed about the industry than you are.
course, like, OVW and all that
Not to
crap.
mention, he's more entertaining to listen to. Just
Alright.
and all you have are your random ass predictions that don't go anywhere. Not to mention your trolly booking.
No, I'm assuming that's how, like, pay-per-view should be booked. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh no, I
Like-
can hit the hot notes like Pete does when he starts busting out in the songs. I'm sure
True.
that's
No, that's the point where the video gets a like. I don't know what you're talking about. Stop criticizing me.
That's
Stop.
when it's flagged.
No, it doesn't.
Right?
It doesn't.
That's the point where everyone decides who let this. That's the point where everyone says, "Who the fuck let this Canadian bitch in the video?" And what happened to the tits?
Hey! I'm knowledgeable. I'm the
What happened
journalist.
to the tits?
I'm the journalist of the video. Okay, you're just
You're
the
the
opinionist. Remember that.
Dirty mother conductor.
It's funny because Bobby fills both roles, so we're both not needed.
Fuck you!
Watching the video and getting all into it and be like, yeah, this is awesome. Hey, that's some really good shit. That's really knowledgeable. And then Pika jumps.
comes.
Yeah.
And everyone's
Okay, you just lost your thumbs up, damn it.
like, no, we lost the thumbs up after the video went on for more than 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's the kind of attention span people have,
At
unfortunately.
least, it could be
We
weird.
can't
Like,
Chinese sweatshop. First match!
Yeah, right?
Says Unruh says Untruth! Wither! Untruth! Next!
You hear the whips in the background. Okay, Punk win! Fuck!
Alright.
Cena versus Cena, go! Ziggler wins, next!
Oh, man.
Please don't hit me one time! Me love you forever if you don't want my ass one time!
Okay, we got off track, and I just came
We
in the
were
video
off track before you came in, don't worry.
Off track throughout this entire damn video.
Exactly.
But the thing is granted, the times we've been off track, we've said some very interesting things.
Exactly, that's why I'm not so upset about it. If it was Pika, I would have been on his ass like after 2 minutes to get back on the track. But Bobby, you're interesting. You get a pass.
Yay, I got the silver pass.
You get the silver spoon later, if you know what I mean.
Oh, shit.
Only if it's in the mouth.
You will get a 2-for-1 special. Don't worry.
Double whammy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
Nope.
still the star of the show, so anywho, let's continue this. What the fuck?
All right, 6-man. Well, yeah, 6-man tag team, tables, ladders, and chairs.
Oh
where,
my.
For some reason, the only way to win is by pinfall or submission. We have the tag team champions of the world, Daniel Bryan and Kane, versus The Shield, featuring Ryback.
I know, so like, he's like the backup singer.
He is the backup singer because we know he's not main event material. So
Funny
fuck
how,
them for
like,
trying to put him in the main
Ryback
event.
is not supposed to be in this match, but
Yeah, it's-
because of CM Punk's injury, he's in the match.
Yep.
Like it was Randy Orton. Like, it was pretty obvious, right? Like, it was Randy Orton, Team Hell No versus The Shield.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Is it bad that I also think that there's two things? Number one, if Orton would be in this match, it would not be the last match of the night. It would not be the main event. And number two, this match would be so goddamn much better if it was an elimination style match.
Yeah. Because it clearly shows, like, the individuals, like, how, like, Dean Ambrose is good at one part and Seth Rollins in the other and all that crap. But eventually it's to, like, put the Shield over because, like, their whole tantrum and the whole WWE, like, right now, like, for them to lose this match would, like, kind of, sabotage their momentum. But that's just coming from me.
Except we know that's exactly what's going to happen.
No, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
It is going to
It's not
happen.
fucking-
I'll tell you exactly why it's going to happen. Because Ryback is in the match.
No one can stop Ryback.
Okay, Ryback's not Triple H, so I don't think he will bury them.
No,
So-
but Ryback will win.
God, you make him sound like he's John Cena.
No, there's only one John Cena, and he lost to The Rock at WrestleMania, so he
But
no
knowing,
longer has any credibility.
Ryback- Knowing Ryback's, like, track winning or whatever, all that crap, like, he lost in a pay-per-view, so I don't expect him winning anytime soon.
Oh, really? He
Yes.
lost in a pay-per-view because the Shield got involved. Shield's not getting involved. Shield is not going to be outside interference. They're going to be in the match. Ryback will eat them.
You're forgetting. There's one way that the Shield can win, and that is the Maddox, if you know what I mean. If Brad Maddox is the referee in the match, then
He's not going to be the referee in the match.
He is going to be the referee.
Pika, you've been in this video for 2 minutes, and already we're getting shitty predictions.
No, he will be.
I can just feel. I can like picture people unsubscribing as this is going on.
Fuck you guys. You're not Brad Maddox. Fuck. We all love the Maddox, okay?
We were having a very intelligent and very entertaining prediction video, and then Pika decides to get involved.
Just like, well...
Let's say that was a stupid prediction, but if that happens, you guys are going to be the one who kicking yourselves, you know? You guys are going to be like, you know what?
Okay, at best, Brad Maddox will indeed get involved and help the Shield win, but he's not going to be the fucking referee.
Okay, if you say so.
I do say so. Pretty much anyone with common sense says so.
Alright then. Like, think about it, like, they want to put the Shield over, but they don't want to bury Ryback. So the best way of doing that...
have one of the tag team champions get pinned. Problem solved.
Exactly.
It needs a little more Maddox, if you know what I mean. It needs a little.
And wait, which one of those two can we afford to have pinned? Daniel Bryan or Kane, actually.
Yeah.
Kane makes more sense to be pinned than Bryan.
Kane puts Kit over. Period.
Wait, did you guys say that this match is going to be the main event of TLC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was Dolph and Cena. Because Cena...
We basically went on the prediction that it's going to happen beforehand, and then Ziggler, then whoever wins the match will cash in. So that's what we're basing.
I thought that
The
too.
6-man match has been publicized way too much for it to be a mid-card match.
Exactly.
Like, if it had been any other thing, I would say it wouldn't be the main event. But because of how much they're pushing it, like, it's like the closing statements for every night on Raw ever since they announced it. So I'm pretty damn sure it's going to be the main event.
Exactly.
I'm just hoping the Shield just gets over. Like, they need this win. Like all the things
I will
they're
agree
doing.
with you that they need the win, but the only way they're going to get it is...
I will say that they need the win, but at the same time, if they lose, they're not going to go into obscurity.
They could. Because think about it, like, you know, like let's for example the Nexus. Like, did they lose any pay-per-views whenever they?
The Nexus actually lost their big WWE versus Nexus in SummerSlam, but the point is even though
they won a Survivor Series, right?
They lost. They still were relevant. They still were there, kicking ass and hurting people.
Exactly.
And that's exactly the same thing too. If the Shield loses, they're still going to be intimidating. They're still going to be there seeking justice and, you know, beating people's asses and putting them through tables. It's still going to be business as usual. It's just they're not going to have that big push behind them from it.
I don't know. I'm still going for my guns, and I'm assuming like the Shield is gonna win for some reason. Not. It doesn't have to be clean and all, but like I don't predict like, you know, the Shield not leaving at TLC, not the winners.
This is what my prediction is, and it's kind of like what I mentioned earlier from the Cena video, Pika. If the Shield is responsible for Ziggler retaining the briefcase, then I think John Cena is going to come down halfway into the match and cost the Shield the match. That he's going to get he's going to do something to break them up or hit them. I mean, for Christ's sake, it's a no disqualification match. So if he comes down there with a chair and cracks everyone, the referee can't do shit about it. So that's withstanding. So he doesn't have to sneak behind the back of the referee or anything. He can just lay them out and then let Kane or Daniel or even Ryback just crawl over and pin them. But I don't know per se if that will happen. But if they do that direction where they help Ziggler beat Cena, then yeah, I think Cena's going to be the deciding factor in the match where he's going to screw the Shield over, since they've already tried to beat his ass Monday. So he already knows that he's a marked man, so he's got to be looking over his shoulder for it. If they don't, I do see the Shield winning, and at the same time, if it isn't this night or it's one later on, I see them expanding the ranks just because of the fact that, granted, the three of them working together as a team is very intimidating. They're very not so much scary, but they can hurt you. The three of them working together. But if, say, they added like Cassius Ono or Richie Steamboat or Brad Maddox, even, if they just added more guys, it would be that much more. But at the same time, they're trying to distance themselves from the NWO and the Nexus and everything else. They're trying to be their own thing.
Exactly.
Which, that's withstanding, but also, like, I can see someone like wanting to join them or officially joining them, screwing over Hell No and Ryback, and the Shield gets the win. But they also, the three of them, have skill enough where they can win clean. They don't need to have anyone.
Exactly, man. Like two out of three of them are like fucking wrestling gods. Like, no joke.
See, I would agree with you, except for one small thing. Ryback is in the match. He ain't gonna allow them to win clean.
But
they can win clean over Team Hell No.
But also, as far as winning clean, this is a TLC match.
Exactly.
Remember that.
I mean, like I said, you don't have to, put someone in a submission hold or anything. I just cracked you 35 times with a steel chair. Get up, bitch.
Exactly.
Wait, imagine this. Imagine they stack tables and they put Ryback to a table. Wouldn't that be sick? And that could, physically take him out of the match, and then Team Hell No can get buried.
Honestly, and this is the one thing I've seen, and I don't know if it's per se them trying to, build Ryback as a character or whatever, but once Ryback gets through about the first maybe 10, 15 minutes of the match, and if Ryback doesn't get over and just completely run over who he's facing, he runs out of gas. Case in point, the triple threat match. John and Punk couldn't get put down by Ryback right away. They suplex Ryback through one table. He's done. Throughout majority of that match from that point on, Ryback just wasn't there. It was just John Cena versus CM Punk. And then towards the end of it, Ryback pops back in, is like, oh, hey, I'm here, guys. I'm not dead. And then goes after him. And they still were able to work around Ryback. Because, it's just the same kind of principle. If you go in one direction forward all the time, you're eventually going to screw up somewhere.
And plus, Ryback doesn't need any more momentum anymore, because the whole, him, being undefeated or all that crap was just to put him over, and now he is over, so even if he loses a couple of times, he's still going to have the same reaction that he had, if he was undefeated. So, yeah.
It's one of those things where it's unnecessary. Honest to God, if he was the loser of this match, if they pin Ryback, he's still going to be over.
Exactly, that's the point.
I just think he's not ready for the title picture. I think he just needs a little bit more time.
I wish he was just thrust into the title picture for a couple of months, then somehow have some sort of hiatus or another project, and then comes back to the WWE title picture in the end of next year. I would actually like that. But
honestly, I think they need to make him a heel.
What? Making monsters heel in PG makes no sense. Every monster's a face now. I don't know what you're talking about. We're in a PG environment. Come on. Great Khali's a face. Brodus Clay's a face. You know what I mean.
Great Khali's a joke. I'm sorry.
And Sheamus, at some point, you can consider him as a monster. Now he's PG Ginger Man to rescue.
Don't know what this Great Khali is you speak of, but it sounds...
Okay. He's a guy who can't run. He can't give a suplex. He gives chops and helps Hornswoggle to get over. That's what he does. That's what he does. That's it. But, yeah. So, monsters in PG.
yeah, we need more of those because, like you just said, we don't have any real monsters in PG. All of them are face, and we need more big guys that are just shit kickers.
Oh, I just remember Mark Henry. Rest in peace, Mark Henry.
Oh, he's coming back soon.
Oh, he is? Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna
he's
come back as a face. I know.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
He's
He is
actually
retarded.
he's actually supposed to be coming back this month, Pika.
Really? But yeah, but whatchamacallit, I saw a tweet on Monday Night Raw, and he's saying the Shield pisses him off, so something face,
That would be.
That would be a very bad move.
Yeah.
Unless he comes on Monday Night Raw saying that the Shield, those guys are actually the new force that's like causing havoc in WWE. Like I'm the only monster in WWE and something like that. If he does that, then that'd be cool. But
No,
if he says,
wouldn't.
yeah, I would, because you would want him to be like, oh, you guys are causing havoc in the WWE. I'm Mark Henry, super chocolate to the rescue. And Barry's like,
Where's my Snickers?
and fucking Barry's the Shield. Would you want that? No, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Okay then, so let's say that he like somehow like I don't know, he just returns and just kicks ass. That's it.
Yeah, that's all we want.
Yeah, that's all we want. And when I mean kick ass, kick Big Show's ass. Please kick his ass.
Why would a heel face a heel?
Oh, true. I don't know.
Baka.
Let's go,
That-
Pika.
that-
Pika sucks.
Let's go, Pika. Pika sucks. Let's go, Pika. Pika sucks.
Okay, the people saying let's go Pika are the men. And Pika sucks are for the women and children. Okay?
Well, it means you ain't getting any.
Well, except from the little boys who don't know any better. Since he did say
What are you
children.
talking about?
He did say children.
12 years old hate me, man. Like, I'm too edgy for them. You know what I mean?
No, I just think they're trying to figure out what the fuck you are.
They'll never find my gimmick. They will never. No.
I
Anyway,
don't
we
want
got
to-
off topic badly. I said the Shield is going to win. So, yeah. Shield.
I'm actually going to go with the Shield too, but only because they...
Need to win. I know.
Not only because they need the win, but I just think it would be more interesting than generic, ooh, face team wins.
Yeah.
I'm literally going to go with my thing that I think Cena's going to fuck over the Shield and it's going to cause them to lose. And then Shield's going to go after Cena.
It's possible.
True. Oh, by the way, should I give my quick predictions?
No.
Like, what are the
You
matches?
lost that right when you
Fucking
were
this
late
card is
in
so
the
like
video.
unrememberable.
You lost your
I
man
can't
card.
remember even one match.
Nope. You lost your right.
You lost your man card.
Exactly. Although playing pinball while Pika was talking has been interesting, I'm not gonna lie. I've amassed like 300 rings. I'm a happy camper. So we got two votes for the Shields, one vote for Team Ryback. Let's see what happens. Is there anything else you want to cover real quickly before this video ends, or was there any matches that we missed?
They might do some unannounced matches just for time filler, or just to keep things live. Like, I don't know, they might throw a random Miz match or Brodus Clay match in there or some shit.
Or have Miz TV with either the Shield or either Kofi or Truth or somebody, maybe even Sheamus. That would be actually that would be interesting. That'd be boring as fuck because it's Sheamus.
The Great Khali and Hornswoggle and Natalia versus Primo, Epico, and Rosa Mendez or something. I don't know.
Do you realize how badly that would grind my tits?
You'd be able to make diamonds.
I would. Make some rhinestone up in this bitch.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
The Redneck Yacht Club. Alright, I think that's it for this video unless anybody wants to throw anything else in last second.
Because
Well,
Pika left.
except Pika, because he lost the ride because he was late.
He got raped by a moose.
Several mooses. It was glorious.
The moosies.
Moose to die, moose to die.
Mussolini?
Benito Mussolini and the Blue Meanie. Cowboy Curse and John B. the Genie. Points if anyone actually gets that reference.
This is the ultimate showdown.
Way to give it away. You fucking asshole.
Sorry, I had to ruin that.
It's okay. You still have more points than Pika.
By far.
Did he leave?
Yeah, he left.
Ah.
He got busted by a moose.
He got pissed.
Well, it's his fault. I mean, he can't tell time.
Yeah. But successful troll is successful.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, brother.
Oh, yeah.
Step into a Slim Jim, motherfucker. Oh, well. Bobby, I thank you for joining me in this and for your punctuality.
Much
Good luck.
pleasure.
Good luck in regionals tomorrow or today, actually. Well,
Thank you very much, sir.
it'll be up. The video will be uploaded today, but yeah. Good luck in regionals, and please, to God, use my deck next time you're at locals.
Sure.
Because I've been waiting a long time to find out how it works.
It's been in exile for a while, and I apologize for that.
I'd ask you to make infernities in real life, but one deck at a time.
That's fair.
I'm not going to have you make a second deck and not know how the first one did, so yeah.
That's legitimate.
Alright, and with that, this video is over. Say peace out, everybody.
Peace out, y'all.
Now slide real smooth. Dance, dance.